suffice to say, the last
Thank
16
you, David.
months have been extremely difficult for anything even vaguely related to the tourism industry here in Hong Kong. How have you guys been coping? What's it like right now? And have things actually improved from the depths, I would imagine, which was back in March?
Yeah, so it goes without saying that Rosewood Hong Kong has been impacted by the pandemic. However, we have seen recently quite good recovery taking place through urban staycations as well as local F&B consumptions. So we're quite optimistic with the outlook for the remaining of the year. Our occupancy has risen from initially in March about 10% to now close to 50% on the weekends, really mainly driven by local demand. And our F&B consumptions, our restaurants are quite busy. In fact, one of our restaurants have a 3-month wait list. So as border opens up, we are reasonably optimistic that the recovery will continue for the rest of the year.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that, because I think it was about 10, 11 days ago, the Hong Kong Tourism Board came out with their program. They launched a Holiday at Home campaign, speaking to what you were just mentioning, Sonia, of these staycationers. How are you looking to attract the local market as well right now with some deals?
So we have been very much on top of our consumer behaviors and what they're looking for. So we keep coming up with very innovative programmings and offerings that cater to their needs. And for the summer, for example, we have turned Rosewood Hong Kong to an urban retreat in the city and launched the Summer at Rosewood program, where we have a comprehensive kids program happening in the hotel. We partner with different brands such as Cartier, such as Maserati, to provide different offerings to both adults and family as well.
Okay, you have a lot of business as well in China. Markets are trying to figure out, Sonia, how quickly China is reopening, obviously to varying degrees as well. You have several properties there. Tell us what you've seen in terms of the increase of bookings, and also this recent scare in Beijing. How has that affected bookings there?
So China, we're seeing quicker recovery, really mainly driven by urban staycations again, as well as short haul and regional travel and local F&B consumptions. Domestic travel is really strong. There is a pent-up demand on particularly leisure travel, and then followed by a strong pickup now on corporate travel as well within China. One of our properties, Rosewood Guangzhou, for example, has seen occupancy risen from 10% in March to now 70% occupancy on average. One of our resorts in China, in southern China, in fact, is outperforming our budget that was set pre-COVID and has a significant increase as well over last year. So it's quite positive in China, and we continue to see this emerging as well. And in fact, this trend, we believe that...
Go ahead.
Sorry, okay. So in fact, we're seeing this trend emerging in other parts of the world outside of China. As we are reopening our operation, particularly in properties in the United States, we've seen that there are emerging travel bubbles. One of our properties that we just reopened in California, within 10 days, the occupancy has risen to 50%. So there's a strong demand on leisure, and it's really driven by short haul and regional travel, and we're seeing these travel bubbles emerging around the world.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about Beijing. Would you say it's still too early to say if there's been an impact of this recent scare as well? Because that was just, I imagine, just last week.
Yes, so I think Beijing, it's been unfortunate, but I believe that it's too early to say the impact. And I believe that we as a group is closely monitoring the situation, and we have the experience to equip ourselves to make sure that we are controlling the impact as well to our hotels.
Sonia, we've spoken to a lot of group CEOs of a lot of big hotel groups as well, and certainly precautionary measures that they're putting in place to keep both staff and their clients safe is really top priority as well. What are you guys doing across the world in terms of just keeping your customers safe? And do you think that lasts? There's a permanence to that element?
Yeah, so we have been very proactive in making sure that our hygiene standards and our health and safety protocol is at the strictest level and at the highest level. We have just launched our new program called Commitment to Care, where we partner with local and international medical authorities, as well as experts and partners such as Ecolab and Diversity, to make sure that our health and safety protocol are the strictest and highest standards, and making sure that our safety and of our guests and our employees are a priority.
Right. Now, and just in terms of longer-term strategy, this pandemic was really something that nobody else saw, and obviously it's come with its share of financial challenges for a lot of companies here across the world as well. Has anything that's happened this year made you change the way you look at your 3 to 5 year strategy and your time horizon in terms of expansion plans, what have you?
So 2020 has been a challenging year, which goes without saying. However, Rosewood Hotel Group has seen quite good and strong growth momentum. We have currently 32 hotels under development in the pipeline at the moment, and it's our strongest in history. In fact, we just signed a new project this week where we will be taking over the operation of a legendary resort in St. Bart's, which is the Laguna Hani, which we will reopen in 2021. We are continuing to grow our Rosewood Residence business, which is our for sale branded residences. 50% of our pipeline has Rosewood Residence in it. So we continue to be quite confident in the outlook, and we take a long-term view on our business, and we believe that it's actually important that during this pandemic and during this difficult time, we continue to invest in important projects, technology, digital transformation projects, as well as our talents.
Yeah. Sonia, I wonder when I'll be able to fly to St. Bart's. I was just browsing through your website as well, and obviously you have a lot of your sort of campaigns here as well. I noticed something might be a little bit out of, a bit strange actually. Rosewood Raise, that's your relief program, isn't it? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we're proud to launch Rosewood Raise during the pandemic. It's a relief initiative to assist our employees that are going through such a difficult time, as well as the community. It has been a very successful program where we have granted financial aid to many of our associates within our organization. Our hotels have been also very proactive in supporting the community, from donating medical supplies, meals to essential workers, as well as donating hotel rooms as well to the essential workers. We believe that during this difficult time, it's more important than ever that we stand in solidarity with each other, and because of this, we will come out of the gate stronger than ever.